Emperor's Domination Side Story 5, and Eve's Tile. Brother, I must go now, Wu Qi solemnly said. Yi Yunzhou gave him a tight hug in response. Go, after you are done learning, we'll journey to see the world together. Yes. Wu Qi resoundingly agreed with a loud laughter, true to his honest temperament. Wu Qi turned away in order to leave, but he immediately turned back and slipped a few silver coins and a jade medallion to Yunzhou. Travel expenses for your trip. No, I can't take this. Yunzhou was startled. The coins were one thing, but this medallion was a token of good luck that Wu Qi kept with him since youth. It was very important to him. Yunzhou quickly put the coins and medallion back to Wu Qi's hand, but Wu Qi immediately grabbed his hand and glared his eyes. You and me, we don't need to be like this. Keep it as a memento, but if you feel bad, give me something back too. Yunzhou scratched his head and helplessly said, I can't be any poorer, there's nothing valuable here, so what can I give you as a memento? Yunzhou couldn't come up with something suitable to give Wu Qi. He only had 3 to 5 pieces of clothing that were presentable. Other items were completely worthless. At this time, Wu Qi jumped up and took an eaves tile from Yunzhou's roof and smiled. Then give me this roof tile as a memento. Wait, this broken tile is worthless. Yunzhou smiled wryly. He knew that Wu Qi was doing this for his sake. You can't say that. Wu Qi replied seriously. Your house leaks water all the time, so this single tile can shield you from wind and rain. Think about it, just how important is this tile to you and your house? So when you give me it, just remember how precious and valuable it is as a treasure. Wu Qi's exaggeration left Yunzhou feeling warm with his eyes becoming moist. He held Wu Qi's wrists tightly and said, when you look at this tile later, it is the same as seeing me. 1. This common Chinese expression can be weird if translated literally like this, but I think the point comes across just fine. A modification could have been think of me when you look at this tile. Of course. Wu Qi smiled and gave Li Qi a hug. Goodbye, brother. With that, he left with his master. This isn't a mistake by me. The author typed Li Qi instead of Yi Yunzhou in this sentence. Yunzhou waved goodbye towards that direction and didn't look away until they had disappeared completely. He stood there in a daze for a while. When you look at this tile later, it is the same as seeing me. This was spoken from his heart earlier. Such simple words carried an incredible prestige later on. When he swept through the 9 heavens and 10 earth to become the master of the 9 worlds, seeing this tile piece was the same as seeing an immortal emperor. It contained a boundless imperial aura. After a long time, he calmed down and looked at the badge given to him by Unwavering. He then glanced at the horizon and took a deep breath. Yes, he must go to the Southern Creek School to learn. He must gain the ability to devour rivers and spew out mists, the capability to soar to the sky. Only with that would he be able to roam freely like an immortal in order to see just how vast the world was. His heart was determined to find a teacher in order to learn. Even though he didn't know what cultivation and cultivators were, but he had a strong desire to see the outside world. A seed of Tao sprouted in his heart. After confirming his thoughts, he immediately went into the room to pack up. The truth was that he didn't have to clean up too much, only his few articles of clothing. Of course, there was his pouch of dried rations as well. He firmly tied it to his waist. It was all the food he had for the journey, so he definitely couldn't afford to lose it. After this preparation, he was getting to leave. However, he thought of the crow that has been staying in his bedroom and wanted to say goodbye. Alas, it was nowhere to be found when he came inside. Yunzhou smiled wryly. How could a crow say goodbye to a person like him? He shook his head and discarded the silly thoughts and left the small village to begin his journey. Not long after his departure, a little sound came about as a crow landed on his shoulder. It had a nonchalant appearance and immediately buried its head into its feathered wings. Yunjo was pleasantly surprised to see the crow. He said, "It's you, I thought you have went away already. Where do you want to go?" "I am on my way to study the art at the Southern Creek School." In a distant mountain, a woman has been watching Yi Yunjo the whole time during his trip. She wore a white dress decorated with a phoenix embroidery. Her features were kingdom-toppling with a very beautiful maid serving by her side. This peerless beauty has been watching him the whole time, carefully observing all of his actions.